What's up, Columbus? I'm Chris Edmonds, the host of the show that helps you put a face with a place. Today I'm here with Marc Heileman, Treadstone Climbing Gym, and this is a special edition of What's Up, Columbus, because Marc couldn't be with us right now here at the Fitness and Health Expo, which you guys are currently at. Marc, where are you?
Well, thank you for doing the video. First of all, this is an attempt on my part to be in 3 places at once. I'm out of the country on a climbing trip and won't be back until well after the expo, so thanks for letting me be here somehow.
Yeah, for sure, man. We're glad to have you, and I know these guys want to hear from you too, especially since you guys are big on fitness, just like what they're there to learn about or sort of get involved with. So talking about climbing, though, how long have you been climbing?
I've been climbing for 25 years.
Wow. Oh, man. All right. That's almost as long as I've been alive. That's incredible. As far as like climbing and stuff, like where all has that taken you? Like, obviously it's got you out of the country right now.
Yeah.
Where else has it taken you?
All over the southeast, all over the country, as far away as Kenya, doing first ascents in Kenya and climbing Mount Kenya and some other places. So
nice.
Yeah, a lot of traveling. That's the great thing about it. I mean, it's not just fitness. It's travel, it's adventure, it's all those things wrapped up into one thing. Coffee afterwards. So,
very cool. So everything that somebody that's healthy and active and young would love to be involved with.
Yeah, it has everything.
Very cool. And you can climb just about everywhere.
You can, and it gets you outside while you're doing fitness. I mean, there's nothing better to my mind than doing fitness and athletic moves, gymnastic type moves, up on some rock above a valley with eagles soaring underneath you. I mean, and you're doing fitness right there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right. Well, talking about, instead of being outside though, let's talk about Treadstone Climbing Gym and specifically why you guys have a gym for climbing.
Okay, that's an awesome question. It doesn't matter where you live. You could live in Yosemite. You could live at the Red River Gorge in Kentucky, which is one of the centers of the universe for outdoor rock climbing. You could live in any of those places full time, and you still would not get as much fitness benefit as you do from a climbing gym.
Okay, and why is that?
Well, if you're outside, now, first of all, I mean, you need to climb like 3-4 days a week. And so if you don't have a climbing gym in your town because of rain, because of work schedule, school schedule, even if you live in Chattanooga where the rock is 10 minutes away, you still, for most of us, have to get off work before you can go. So in the wintertime, it gets dark early, that sort of thing. Plus, if you're climbing with your friends outdoors, there's a certain amount of time that it takes to get geared up, do your route, even if it's a really hard route. But then when you get down, you've got to change over, safety for your buddy. Takes a good 20 minutes to get all that done before you get a chance to get on the next route. Yeah. Unlike in fitness, as we all know, we're doing sets and reps and timing our rest periods and things like that. You can't do that outdoors. You can do that in a climbing gym.
Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you guys, just like whenever somebody would go into a gym and have, like, for instance, like CrossFit, they have WODs. They have their workout of the day.
Yeah. Sets and reps.
Yeah. Or
sets and reps.
Somebody else that's training on their own, they have something planned. Mm-hmm. You guys also have planned climbing routes.
Absolutely.
Here in the gym, ready for people.
Right. And in fact, I mean, if you see the tape on the wall behind us, that's what that tape is there for. It's to mark certain difficulties of routes. And it's all color-coded. You can walk in here and, the color code basically is analogous to belts in karate where, white belts, right? I mean, our easiest routes are white tape. So, I mean, you walk in here, you look for the white tape. And we've got a board that tells you how many of each difficulty that we've got. So you can walk in here and be a first-timer and have plenty to climb, or you can be a world-class climber. We've got, if you know climbing at all, we've got 514 rated routes in here, and I think 4 or 5 513s right now. And then so I mean, we've got world-class difficulty here too. So you can be anybody. And climb here.
Well, cool, man. Let's talk about first-timers. What kind of person typically comes here? And then for first-timers, what do you guys do for them?
Well, let's talk about first-timers first. Okay. Sure. We do have a special program set up for them. It's called a Discovery Climb. And they come in here, they've never climbed before, or honestly, if they just want to use the Discovery Climb to brush up on something a little more intermediate or advanced, you can do that too. But most commonly, when people walk in first time, never been in a climbing gym before, they'll do our Discovery Climb. And what that is you basically rent an instructor for an hour. Okay. So we'll work with you. You'll learn how to safety people on the ropes. We, it's intimidating for most people to walk into any fitness center. Yeah. For most people, I mean, the crowd here at the Fitness Expo, I mean, these are people who fitness is your lifestyle. But for most normal people, unlike ourselves who do this in our free time, it's hard to get up out of your living room and actually get in the car and go to a gym and say, yes, please, let me do this.
Yeah, for sure.
And then when you add the adventure element to it, the extreme sport perception that we have, that just compounds that. So what I want those people to know is that, we come in here, we have a very welcoming environment, and we have a very welcoming program where you can just come in and with zero experience, come in here and do do your first time climb under the tutelage of an instructor who's going to work with you personally for 1 hour.
Yeah, matter of fact, like whenever we met, I remember you guys were sort of first opening, and I came.
Yeah, very first.
I came in through the back door off of the Rails to Trails Fall Line Trace. Went from riding my bike to climbing within like 3 minutes, and you guys had me just try this out, try that out, you know, just sort of pointing me along the way as as I was getting started. So that was super welcoming. Like you know, I've never been in a gym where it felt like that before, so that was awesome.
Well, it's important to us to be what we call grandma friendly too. We've got nice, maple tables and chairs and things like that.
For sure.
Wi-Fi, coffee, all that. So, I mean, people should be comfortable watching Little Johnny's birthday party.
That's right.
Or just hanging out between. If you need a rest, you need a 10-minute break or something like that. We've got a nice area for that.
Yeah. So it's both a very serious climbing gym, but at the same time, it's also a nice place to just come and hang out, have a cup of coffee or.
Most of our members are here every day.
There you go.
Whether they're climbing or not. I mean, there's I've got a 40-foot bar over there. So, I mean, people, just
cool.
coffee. It's coffee,
just
right?
coffee. Yeah.
But
we don't want anybody tipping the sauce and climbing on
we've
things.
We've got a chair for you at the bar. So.
Yeah, exactly. So, we had the question about what kind of person comes here. Is this like your super fitness nut, or is this like your casual person, or is it maybe somebody that's just even getting back into fitness?
Yeah. That's actually a question that's always hard for me to answer just because I'm always a little self-conscious of sounding like a used car salesman and saying, yeah, we got something for everybody, but we literally do because, I mean, this is literally, it depends on your approach to it.
For sure.
It's very much like skiing where you've got bunny slopes and then you've got black diamonds where you're jumping out of a helicopter and skiing down Everest, something like that. I mean, there's everything in between. So we have the easy climbs for a first-timer. We do 4- and 5-year-old birthday parties. So you can take the recreational approach to it and do the bunny slopes. Or, yes, absolutely, you can come in here and crank it up to 11 and take an extreme attitude towards it. I mean, there is no more extreme fitness than climbing.
Let's talk about cranking it up to an 11.
Yeah.
Does anybody ever climb the ceiling? Like you've got handholds and grips and everything up there along the top.
Yes, we've got, last time I looked in our computer database, we had, I think, about 6,000 people, something like that. I have 11 who can do the ceiling.
Wow.
So there are 11 people who have been successful on the ceiling.
Very cool.
But yes, we do climb on the ceiling.
I'd love to get a shot of that sometime just to be able to show these guys.
I'll do it for you in a minute.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, hang around for the end of the video and we'll tack it up onto there. As far as like for the person that might be looking for climbing specifically for fitness,
my favorite subject.
I'm noticing like you guys may or may not be able to see it on the camera, but there's a weight gym over here. Of course, there's all kinds of different handholds, but this wall looks different. Is this something that's for fitness as well?
Yeah, let me, I'll segue into that in just 1 second.
Sure.
But yeah, specifically to fitness though, what I like to always point out, this is my favorite part of talking about climbing, is climbing for fitness, because that's, you can take an adventurous attitude towards it. Climbing can be for you adventure travel and going to Yosemite and these exotic places and, getting on real mountains and cliffs, that's two different styles of mountaineering versus rock climbing.
Sure.
But what climbing offers specifically to a fitness-minded person is the highest strength-to-weight ratio on Earth. Think about muscle confusion, right? We don't ever do the same move twice in rock climbing, unless we go to the same cliff, because the rock pretty much stays the same.
Yeah.
Unless we repeat a route that we've done before in the past, we never do the same move twice in our lives.
So it's not like going to do bench press or deadlift or something like that.
A bench press is hard, a deadlift is hard, but once you learn it, it's the same for the rest of your life.
Right.
Now you can change the tempo, and that changes it, and I get all that. I'm a certified personal trainer. I get that you can change things up. However, in climbing, it's literally not the same move twice ever in your life unless you repeat a route. So what you have is you have muscle confusion for your entire life, and that means that you never plateau. You literally just continually go up and up and up in your fitness.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So you asked about the campus board. That's what this is called. The campus board, it's called that because it was invented on a German college campus. And it was the first one was put together on that campus, right? And it was put together by a guy named Wolfgang Gulich, who was by far and away the best climber of his time. And we lost him in a car wreck in 1993. But stunt double for Sylvester Stallone in the movie Cliffhanger, just sort of an aside there.
There you go.
But he invented this training method specifically to build up his finger strength. So what this is all about is hanging free, with your feet hanging free from your fingertips, literally, and getting your finger tendons right here stronger. because climbing is all about muscles, definitely. Your forearm muscles specifically, or your grip strength, and all your core strength muscles climbing's all about all that.
Right.
But this exercise is specifically for your finger strength.
Okay.
Finger tendons are very different from muscle. They're kind of like rawhide, and they train. They get stronger in a very different sort of a way. It takes like 3 times longer to get tendon strength than it does to get muscle strength.
Okay.
But the good news is that's one of the reasons we have lifetime longevity in climbing, is because once you have that rawhide toughness in your fingers, it doesn't degenerate at as an early age as muscle does.
Yeah, because you're always sort of using your hands for something.
So, it doesn't start to deteriorate in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or whatever.
Oh, wow.
I actually don't even buy when muscles start to degenerate, really. As early as people think they do, because there's too many examples of people in any sport.
You guys have what's your oldest member here?
Well, we've got people in their 70s. Yeah, but there's a Spanish climber he's 62 and he's still climbing mid-range 514, which, if you know the difficulty grades at all, that's stratospheric, and he's 62 still climbing that. So we have some of the best longevity in sports. Most of our heroes from the 60s are still climbing today.
Yeah, because there's not like tons of impact other than maybe if you're jumping off like a bouldering route or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's different styles, and some are more so than others. But yeah, it's as a sport, we do it for life.
All right. So any last things that you want to? I think we've covered most everything. Is there any last things that we didn't cover that you want these guys to know about?
Just that, I mean, I think a lot of times people, I think the next level for us as far as like PR in this town is just to let people know that climbing, it's not something that you just do as a fun diversion once a month or something like that. And most of our members are here every day.
Right.
And like any other sport, you've got to climb 3 or 4 days a week. I mean, if you told me,
really good at
you told me you wanted to shave 2 minutes off your 5K, I mean, you would think about how many times a week you would have to run to do that. So just like any sport, this is a regular workout, and honestly, you don't need a whole lot else if you're climbing. It's about the most full body exercise you can do.
And for some people, just getting off the ground 5 or 6 feet would be enough cardio for
for
the day anyway.
Yeah,
I know my mom would be that way. But any last words? You've always obviously got your discovery climb. You want people to come out for that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Okay.
I mean, I could talk all week, but
I know.
That's good for now.
Well, all right. If you want to hear Marc talk some more, please come on down. And as for that, you'll see him on What's Up Columbus about halfway through May.
Right.
Was that something else there?
Treadstone Climbing TV on YouTube. That is our YouTube channel.
All right, cool. So you can catch Marc on Treadstone TV, and then also you'll see him on What's Up Columbus here in a couple of weeks. For now, Health and Fitness Expo. Hope you guys are doing well, and that's What's Up Columbus for today. Catch you guys later.
Thank you.
What's Up Columbus is a high-attitude video production. If you would like to be featured on the show, please visit www.whatsupcolumbus.com or highattitudevideo.com for contact information and details. Thanks, and we'll catch you next week.